Hi, beautiful people. What's up? This is your girl Mimi. Mm. It's been a while since I made a video. Happy New Year to those of you who are seeing me for the first time in this 2020. God has been faithful as always. He never fails. He never departs from us. And my encouragement to you this morning is that you should keep trusting God and pray for yourselves as individuals and shun sin. Try as much as possible to stay away from sin because sin stops you from achieving your blessings from God. And another thing that you need to pray against is for the enemy not to use your faith as individuals to attack people. Yeah, I feel like I should talk about this because it's something that we kind of ignore. Sometimes you see people running away from you, you may not know why. It could be reasons unknown. Maybe that someone, a wish use your face in the spiritual world to attack them and they are running away from you. So while you're praying, you should pray against anyone using your face to attack people. And did you notice that Muslims kind of worship God, and before they go into the presence of God, they kind of wash their hands, their feet. If they use the toilet, they don't just wipe with tissue. They use water, they wash, they go in the presence of God clean, clean. And for some reason, there is only one Satan and so many God. How come nobody had ever thought about that? Yeah, we only have one Satan and so many gods. Why is that? Come to think of it, why is that? Why do we have so many gods and only one Satan? If the Muslims are talking about Satan, it's the same Satan the Christians are talking about, but they don't talk about the same God. Why is that? Nobody ever thought about that. Why is that? Do you ask yourself such questions, or it has never come to your mind? Well, it did come to my mind, and I decided to talk a little bit about it. Mm, and I feel like the reason is because Satan marks himself as God. Yes, that's why he brings all these sub gods around. Yeah, to stand out alone as Satan for who he is, but he wants to portray God to be this person that is different for A, different for B, different for C, but God is not different. God is not different. The same God that you're praying to for a child, another Christian in let's say a Catholic is praying for a child and a Baptist is praying for a child. They are praying all and asking from the same God. But Satan makes it look as if God is different. Like the Catholic's God is different from the Baptist God, right? And he is the only Satan, right? Of course, he is the only Satan, and God is the only God. He can never share his glory with any man or any human, you know? And so if your goal for this 2020 is to draw near to, or closer to God, I want you to start asking questions for who God is first, right? He says if you ask, God is not telling us to ask for the things that we are asking. We should ask about him. He is going to reveal himself to us. If we knock the door, what door is he talking about? Heaven's door. If we knock the door of heaven, right? If we seek, we will find him. And then when we do all these things, we don't even need to ask for help. We don't need to ask for financial breakthrough. We don't need to ask for blessings. We just need to ask for God. We just need to seek God. We just need to knock on his door. And every other thing will be added unto us once we do this. Once we seek him first. So before you bring your needs, you know what? You have to seek him first. Like Lauren Daigle sang in her song, before I bring my needs, I will bring my heart. Before I bring my needs, I will let me seek you first. I wanna know you, I wanna find you in every moment, in every situation. Before I bring my need, I will bring my heart and seek you first. I wanna know you, I wanna seek you first. More than anything I want you first. More than anything, you should always want God first. Right, people? And to all of you celebrating this month as Lovers Month, due to unforeseen circumstances, I am not gonna be making any special video. This year is really gonna be a hard year, a strenuous year for our Your Malicious Job program. But I still remain your girl, and better days are coming ahead, right? And I'm here, and I just want you to do one thing: seek God. Seek God. If you have never looked for God before, if you have never searched for Him before, use this year to seek God. There are a lot of things that happen to you when you start seeking God. All those other things begin to fall in place. The only thing He needs is for you to seek Him. And when you find Him, anger goes away, hatred goes away, jealousy goes away, frustration goes away, depression goes away, anxiety goes away. Every other thing goes out as soon as God comes in. You don't even need to tell Him, Daddy, I need a pair of shoes. I need to do this. I need to do that. Because when you seek Him, seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and every other thing will be added to you. You don't even need to ask those things. Just seek God first. And when you do, I promise you, all those things, He is faithful and true to His word. He is the I am that I am, the mighty man in battle. There is no one word that He has opened His mouth to say that has not come to pass. Yes, He is a man of His word. And His blessing adds no pain. His blessing adds no pain. The blessing of Satan adds pain. Satan will tell you, go and kill. That is pain you're causing somebody. That is pain you are causing yourself, because in the process of killing somebody, you harbor hatred, anger before doing that act. Satan will tell you, oh, go cross this 7 river, do this, do that, do that. But God says, seek me first, and every other thing will be added to you. So if you are still in sin, if you are still doubting, even for a second, if there is God, today I am telling you that yes, there is God. Yes, there is God. And nothing in your life is happening by chance. He had planned it. From the very first day that he made the heavens and the earth, He had planned it, and you were on that plan, whether you like it or not, because He is the author and the finisher, the beginning and the end. The one who says yes and nobody can say no. The one who opens that door and nobody dares to stand and shut that door. So no matter how hard the enemy strive to see you fall, no matter how hard Satan send his minions, no matter how hard witches try to spoil that marriage, no matter how hard wizards try to eat your son, or occultists try to take you down, or whatever form of malicious act happening around you, no matter that charm that was given to your husband to blindfold his face to see you as another person, no matter that food he ate in his dream, no matter that place you went in your dream, or the food you ate in your dream to forget your own husband, no matter where you put your feet, the Lord has already been there. Before you were here, He was here. And your name is in that plan. So you better start making haste while the sun shines. You better start making some changes in your life. You better take up a stand. That even when people say this girl cannot do this thing, tell them, I serve a living God. I serve a God who knows me. I serve a God who had put me in his plan from the origin, from the beginning. I am in God's plan. And because I am in God's plan, I am wonderfully and fearfully made in his own image. Yes, when you take your stand to do all those things, naturally as humans, we are bound to make mistakes. We are bound for imperfections because that is the human nature that we inherited from our forefathers Adam and Eve. Yes, but you now as an individual who has come to know Christ, what do you stand to portray? That even when those circumstances come that you act and you see yourself taking the fall for Satan, like Satan pushing you to do those things, right? Even when you see yourself, you acknowledge it. You say, yes, I am a sinner, but Jesus died on the cross to set me free. Jesus died so that I will not repeat that same mistake. Yes, it's like you falling down. It's like you should I say, it's like you stealing. And then when you know that Christ had paid it all for you not to see, for you not to steal, you stop stealing. That is what God's love is all about. That is why Jesus died on the cross for you and for me. Stop all the wickedness. Stop all the hatred. Stop all the striving. Stop all the things that has nothing to do with your salvation. The thing that has nothing to do with your connection with Christ. Because you see this life, tomorrow you will stand in front of God. I will stand in front of God and I will give an account of everything I did. I am not going to give an account of the things you did to me. So I am solely responsible for praying against the things that you are planning for me. Against the things that you are planning for my family. You are solely responsible for praying against the things that I am planning or wishing for your family. So as individual, take your stand. Make your choices right. Make your peace with God and everyone around you. Don't harbor anger. Don't harbor fear. Don't harbor hatred, jealousy, envy, all those things. If you really sit down, please take your time, right? Sit down just for an hour and just think about life. Ask yourself, what is life? Like all these things we are fighting for, talking about, she did that, he did that, she said this, she did that. You will see at the end of the day that before you even did some of those things, it was written that you will do some of those things, but the outcome depends on you, an individual, as the decision you made. What decision did you make when you fell? Did you stay there or did you get up? That is where you are being held accountable for your actions. Yes, I sin. Yes, I attack a friend. I attack someone, maybe with my mouth, maybe with my hand, maybe with my feet, maybe with just my eyes, or maybe with my reactions. I did. I attacked someone. You did too. You are not innocent. No one is innocent. Yes, I did that, but what action did I take after that? That is what justifies my connection with God, my knowing Jesus. That even when I fell in sin, I could get out of that sin and tell myself, I am bigger than this. And tell myself, I am stronger than this. Jesus had paid it all on the cross for me. Do you think that if you steal the first time and you realize yourself that this is what has happened to you, and you come before God and say, God, please forgive me, draw me closer to you, I am sorry for what I did. Jesus, I know that you paid it on the cross for my sin. Do you think that God will not listen to you and forgive you? And then when he does forgives you, why would you want to go back into that sin? Do you think if a situation presents itself, a similar situation presents itself, for you to steal, for you to cheat, for you to lie, for you to gossip, will you find yourself in that same situation? If you find yourself in that same situation, then you are weaker or you are weak. And you are letting Satan take charge over you. Because the Bible says that the enemy has come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. The very day that you let Satan in, Satan can come in through a friend. Satan can come in through someone that is living in the same house as you. Satan can come in through your spouse. Satan can come in even through you. Yes, Satan can come in even through me. But what happens when you find yourself in a situation where you feel that Satan is using this person to get to you? Is what defines you. It's what makes you different. It's what makes God call you my favored child. That even when this child falls down, she still looks up to me. That even when this child is being held by the demonic forces to turn away from me, she's still holding on to me. Yes. That is why even in the Bible we have it written that the enemy can do whatever he or she wants to do with our flesh. But this soul, like I always say, this my soul, you will not touch it. You can throw whatever form of sickness on this body, no problem. But my soul, you dare not touch my soul, because it does not belong to you. And even if I let you by 1 inch to harm this physical body of mine, then it means that my God is not alive. If that should happen, it means he actually let it happen, like he let it happen for Job. And what happened to Job after? He rose up again strong. God, his blessings doubled. So what makes you think that your situation is different? What makes you think that you're not included in God's plan? Before Satan attacks, right? Satan does not attack something that is not worth attacking, right? Satan does not. He does not care about someone who is living a sinful life. But once you're a child of God, oh yeah, Satan is like, no, this one is rich. She has the fear of God. I'm going to use this her friend to get to her. I'm going to use her thoughts to get to her. I'm going to use the people around her to get to her. Right? Satan will use people to trigger you, to pull you away from God. But once you are a child of God, you stand firm. You stand firm to the end. You pray. You fast. You draw closer to God. You study his word. You stay away from sin. You call things the way they are. You say yes to things and no to things. Be truthful to yourself. Be truthful to the people around you. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody this morning that is about to give up somewhere. Just know that you were in God's plan. And all you need to do is just seek the Lord. And every other thing will fall in place. Even before you ask, you will see how you are just walking and things are just falling in place. You will see how when you fall in sin, you can still stand up out of that sin and say, Lord, you died so that I will come out of this situation victoriously. So that I will remember that the Lord had paid all my sins for me. I know I'm speaking to someone this morning. I know. And I hope that that someone will be you. And that you will not give up. And that you will continue to remember that you are in God's plan. That no matter what you face, right? God had written it down. It is you that is supposed to change it. Change those things. Right? It is you that's supposed to fix those things as you're going along the way. It's like you being put in a big forest. All around you are bushes. And you have a machete given to you. Like, find your way out. What do? You begin to cut the trees and look for your way out. Where you meet a very big tree, it will take you a longer time for you to cut that tree down. You will be there, but don't give up. You will be there, hitting the biggest tree, whatever that is standing in your way. That biggest tree could be job search. You might have been searching for a job for years, with the highest certificate in your pocket, with the strength of a lion, but you are not getting it. That is that big tree that you are placed in the middle of the forest. You're cutting it. Other times you will just meet soft weeds that you can just use your fingers like this. You pull them out, you throw them, and you move and you pass. Just keep fighting. Just keep trusting God. Just soak yourself in His love and continue to know that He cares for you, that you are a part of His plan on this earth, that everything that happens in your life, God had planned it. The only difference that you will make as a child of God to those plans is how well you accept those plans and how well you manage them, right? Or how victoriously you come out of those things, and how you acknowledge that actually I am a part of God's plan. Before I came here, He knew that I was going to be here. Sometimes in life we feel like giving up on things in life, but like they say, it's easier said than done, because the flesh is weak. The spirit is eager, but the flesh is weak. Yes, of course. You see somebody who wants to stop drinking, but you ask yourself, why is it hard for him to stop drinking? It's just a decision to make, like, oh, I don't want to drink. Do you think that person's spirit is not telling him to stop? The spirit is telling him, but the flesh, what has happened to that flesh? We are living on earth in our fleshy bodies, right? What has happened to that person's flesh when the Bible says that the spirit is eager but the flesh is weak? That flesh has become weak by the alcohol in the system, that the flesh now becomes addicted to it. The flesh now depends on that alcohol to survive. That is how the flesh has become weak. But the person's heart is saying, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. I'm begging you today, brothers and sisters, for those of you who do not know God, turn away from your evil doings. Turn away from your witchcraft practices. Turn away from your hatred. Turn away from your envy. Turn away from your jealousy. Turn away from the things that the Lord hates, and turn to heaven. Look up to God. Trust Him in everything that you do. Soak yourself in everything that you do in His love. Do not be quick to judge people. Do not be quick to listen to the negativity that people have to say about somebody. For me, I am that person that if you tell me that don't go closer to this person, I will go closer to them. Just why? Because I am curious. I want to see that thing that you